Good morning! Welcome back to my channel. In today's lesson, we'll discuss the new book. It will be the first unit, present continuous, present simple, state verbs and performatives. Advanced grammar in use, and I think we can start now. To begin with, let's discuss the reminder block A1, A5 from the end of the book, to make sure that we do remember when we use present continuous and present simple. Firstly, present continuous. Continuous means that this action is in progress. Present continuous means that this progress is happening right now. For example, right now I am speaking. Right now you are listening to me. Right now they are sleeping, and so on. We use the present continuous to talk about particular events or activities that have begun but have not ended at the time of speaking. The event or activity is in progress at the present time, but not necessarily at the moment of speaking. Who are you phoning? I am trying to get through to Misaki. About this paragraph, I can use the other example. For instance, I am preparing for my exams. Well, for my English exams. Am I doing this right now? No. Right now, I am teaching. Now, I am speaking to you. But I am preparing for my exams, like on the background. When I have time, I start preparing for my exams. But I'm not doing this right now. However, I use the present continuous tense. The present continuous because this is something on the background during this particular moment, and this particular moment is right now. Then we use the present continuous to suggest that an event or activity is or may be temporary. She is doing voluntary work with young children until she starts her university course. I think, like, maybe she is doing this work. Maybe. I'm not sure, but I can suggest that. And also for the present continuous for the future, CB7 and Unit 10. Here it is said that we use present continuous to talk about future the future arrangements. For example, do you remember that we are meeting tomorrow afternoon? This is the nearest future, and we use present continuous to talk about that. Also, we use it when we have the appointments with the other people. I am meeting Jack at 3 p.m. tomorrow. Tomorrow, but I use present continuous because we have agreed about that. Next, present simple. We use present simple with verbs describing states or situations that are always true and or continue indefinitely. For example, trees grow more quickly in summer than in winter. This is like a fact. Moreover, we always use a present simple to talk about the facts in the present. For example, she works for an American company. This is a fact about her. So I use present simple. Also, if I talk about something which is like in the fact file of the person, for example, he is handsome, he is rich, he works as a teacher. He works as a teacher and he is rich. Maybe, why not? And also the fact about him that he goes to the gym every week. Here we can see that this action is regular, and moreover, this is just a fact about him. Next, we use the present simple with states or situations, thoughts or feelings that exist at the present moment. This cake tastes wonderful. Where did you buy it? Talking about this cake, well, I can suggest that this is happening right now. But think of the next word, wonderful. If I am talking about the cake, I can say that it is or tasty or not tasty, yummy, yuck, wonderful, awful, terrible, and so on. So I'm not talking about my process of eating this cake. I'm talking about yes or no. And I've already told you on this channel that we use present simple or past simple or future simple with something which we can't like stretch in progress. And this verb is about that. It tastes or wonderful or awful. This is not about the progress. Verbs describing states include agree, appreciate, attract, desire, doubt, expect, hate, hope, like, love, prefer, regret, to do with emotions, attitudes, and preferences. Anticipate, assume, believe, consider, expect, feel, find, imagine, know, realize, think, understand. They are mental states. Ache, hear, notice, see, smell, sound, taste, senses and perception. Belong to, consist of, constitute, contain, cost, differ from, have, look, mean, measure, own, possess, resemble, seem, way. To do with being or having. The verbs marked with this symbol are rarely used with continuous tenses, but can be if we mean actions rather than states. For example, if I am doubting about something, it means that right now I am in two minds, and I want to underline that this is happening right now. I don't doubt always. This is only about right now, and this is about the progress in my head. But more often we use doubt in present simple, not present continuous. By the way, about most of these verbs, we can see yes or no points. For example, here, I can ask my students on my online lesson, if he or she can hear me or can't. Can, can't. Well, British American. And this is not about listening. Pay attention to that, please. If I ask, can you hear me? It means yes or no. But are you listening to me? This is about the progress. Are you in our lesson now? Are you paying attention to what I am talking about? And so on. The verb listen is about understanding the information, paying attention to this information, and trying to put it right in your mind. But here is just about our ears. Next, see and look or watch, for example. See, it means that now I can't see because my eyes are closed, but now I can see because my eyes are opened. If we talk about watch, are you watching this film? No, I'm sleeping. It means, are you looking at something I'm pointing to? So, pay attention to these verbs and be careful with using them in present simple or present continuous. Do you go to Turkey every year for your holidays? We use the present simple to talk about habits or regular events or actions. For the present simple for the future, see B6, Unit 10. Okay, habits and regular events. If I do something every single day, every month, every year, I use present simple. Do you go to Turkey every year? Yes, I do. Yes, I go to Turkey every year. Oh no, I don't. I don't go to Turkey every year. Well, let's continue now. State verbs. We can use the present continuous verbs with some state verbs. For example, attract, like, look, laugh, sound, to emphasize that a situation is temporary or for a period of time around the present. Ella stays with us is quite often. The children love having her here. And she is with us at the moment. The children are loving having her here. If she is with us at the moment, I can say that they are loving this time, they are loving having her here because this is happening right now and I want to emphasize this fact. But generally, they just love her. State verbs which we rarely used with the present continuous include believe, consist of, doubt, own. Um, it's quite easy, I think, because, for example, with the word own, own means that something belongs to me. If I own the house, this house belongs to me. I can say that, or I own this house, or I don't own this house. This can't be even imagined in progress. According to the documents, according to the facts, this house belongs to me or it doesn't belong to me. I can't stretch it. This is just a fact, as well as the other verbs. Some verbs have different meanings when they are used to talk about states and when they describe actions. With their state meanings, they usually take simple rather than continuous forms. With their action means, they may take simple or continuous forms depending on context. Compare. The app doesn't appear to work on my phone. Appear, like state, means seem. And Carly Rope is currently appearing, like is taking part in a musical on Broadway. She often appears in musicals. So, if the word appear means just seem, this is a state verb. This is a state verb. But if the word appear means to take part in, I can use it in present continuous or present simple. Also, if we talk about the verb, for example, have is a synonym to own in some way, but I can use it in present continuous when have is a part of the word combination. For example, have a shower. I am having a shower. I am having dinner. I am having lunch, and so on. But I have this phone. It just belongs to me. I think it's clear. Also expect, feel, fit, have, imagine, look, measure, see, think, weigh. The end. Now let's do this exercise connected with the first two paragraphs we have already read. Complete each pair of sentences using the same verb in a question form or negative if necessary. From the box, use the present continuous. If this is not possible, use the present simple. Use this symbol to add any words outside the gap and use contracted forms where appropriate. Let me remind you that first of all, I give you some time to do this exercise by yourself, only by yourself, and only then we will do that together. Well, I hear you're having your house repainted. How is it looking? Or how does it look? How is it looking means now, or how does it look generally? I bought this new dress today. How does it look? Generally, what is the appearance of this dress? Okay. What are you doing with that ruler? I am measuring the area of the kitchen. I am doing this right now. The garden measures 12 by 20 meters. What about talking about the garden? It is not right now. It is the fact that the size of the garden is 12 and 20. I can't use it in progress. It is just a fact. Next, I doubt whether I'll get another chance to retake the exam. I doubt yes or no. I suppose she might be at home tonight, but I doubt it. One more time, I doubt if it is true or if it is false. This is not about the progress in my mind. I just think yes or no. So we use present simple. The new science museum is currently attracting 10,000 visitors a month. Currently means that this is happening right now, but not at this particular moment, but during this period of time. We talked about that here. Not here, here. continues to talk about particular events that have begun but have not ended at the time of speaking. So this is something on the background. Maybe this is happening right now. By the way, attracts is also possible if this is just a fact. Flowers attract bees with their brightly colored petals. They attract generally, always. This is just a law of nature that flowers attract bees. Carols won't work at the top of the 20-story building because he doesn't like heights. This is a fact of him, that he doesn't like it. He is not liking it right now. He just likes or doesn't like. How's the new job? Well, at the moment, I am not liking it at all. But maybe in the future I will like it. And here I want to emphasize that this is happening right now, only right now, and I hope it will change in the future. My cars in the garage today, they are fitting new brakes. This is in the garage today, only today, not always, only today, and they are doing this right now. My car is being repaired, and this is happening right now. I bought this jumper for Anna, but it doesn't fit her, so I'll have to take it back. It doesn't fit her at all, generally, and this doesn't depend on the time, on if it's happening right now or no. This is just about her, that she is bigger than this jumper. This is a fact. What's your shirt made from? It feels like silk. Present simple because it feels. It is not feeling. It feels like just a material. We also can use the verb feel, like maybe you're ill, you feel so hot, and so on. So feel, this is not about feeling. It's just about general facts, common facts. We won't be coming to work today because I am not feeling very well, or I don't feel very well. If I use I am not feeling very well, I want to emphasize that now I am not feeling very well. This is happening right now. It has begun recently. It is happening now, and in the future I will feel not very well, and I'm so bad, I'm so sick, and so on. So this is something which is used to emphasize the progress of this feeling. But I don't feel very well. Get off. Next, the roof of the house consists only of plastic sheets nailed down in a few places. And the next sentence right now, their school uniform consists of black trousers and a dark green jumper. This is just about the material or the content of the uniform, of the roof. I can't imagine that in progress. The roof is the roof. It is on the top of my house, and it consists of sheets nailed down with a few places. And it is not right now. It is a fact about my roof. So I don't know why can we use we can't use present continuous here at all. The same with our school uniform. This is just written in our school rules that we have to wear this uniform, and this uniform is black trousers and a dark green jumper without any processes. Next, Simon's new song is sounds quite good, but he doesn't think he's ready yet to perform it in public. If we use is sounding good, means that I think that it sounds good, only it is sounding quite good now. Maybe I will change my mind in the future, maybe I won't, but this is about only my current my current opinion about this song. But if I use that it sounds quite good, means that it is really good, and I do think so. Then what's that noise? It sounds like a bird stuck in the chimney. It sounds. We can't use sound in. Well, we can. we have just done this, but not in this context. It sounds like a bird stuck in the chimney. It is not. It is not about opinion. It is not about something which is happening continuously. It is. It just sounds like that. So we don't use sound in this context in present continuous. Then Paulson. Treatment for injury should be fit to play. So he is having treatment for a knee injury, but should be fit to play on Saturday. He is having this treatment now. He has begun this recently, and it is happening now, and it will continue for some time in the future. So he's having treatment. My sister has long blonde hair. You're bound to recognize her. My sister has long blonde hair, and I think it can't be imagined like a progress. So she's for example, now I am having dark hair, but now I am having blonde hair. No, this is just my color of my hair, and I can't change it immediately. This is something like a fact about a person. Not a person, a human, woman, lady. Well, let's continue now. Mental state verbs. With some verbs describing mental states, for example, find, realize, regret, think, understand, we can use the present continuous to emphasize that we have recently started to think about something, or that we are not sure about something. For example, I regret that the company will have to be sold. I am regretting my decision to give her the job. The first sentence means that I have made the decision and I am sorry about it. And the second sentence is about I am increasingly aware that it was the wrong decision. When it means think carefully about, consider is often used in the continuous form in the present. He is considering taking early retirement, not he considers taking early retirement. Why? Because he does think about it really carefully. And he can be in two minds, he can be very nervous about that, and he is considering taking early retirement. This is something on his mind, and this is always on his mind. He wants that, or he doesn't want, and he thinks about the consequences and so on. So this is not just considers. No, it's about he is considering. Some other verbs describing preferences and mental states, like agree, believe, conclude, know, prefer, are rarely used with the present continuous. I believe you now, or I don't believe you now, but I'm not believing you now is not correct in this context. I agree, I disagree, I don't agree. We don't use continuous form here. And then performatives with verbs which perform the action they describe. So performatives usually take the present simple. I suggest you park outside the city and get the bus to the center. We request that you read the terms and conditions carefully before signing. Also, knowledge, admit, advise, apologize, beg, confess. Beg. I'm begging you. Well, confess, congratulate, declare, denied, forbid, guarantee, name, order, permit, predict, promise, refuse, remind, request, thank, and warn. We use them in the present simple if this is about just performative. Some verbs used as performatives with the present simple in affirmative, positive. Affirmative, for example, I go to school. Negative, I don't go to school. And interrogatives, do you go to school? So affirmative, positive, negative, negative, and the last one questions, interrogative. Apologize, deny, guarantee, promise, suggest have a similar meaning with either the present simple or the present continuous in negative sentences. Example, I don't deny or I'm not denying taking the books, but Miguel said it would be okay. So I don't deny or I am not denying, they are both with the same meaning because these just I don't deny, I'm not denying, I guarantee, I don't guarantee, I'm not guaranteeing. This is just like that, and it doesn't depend on the is it if it's a fact or not. But as for me, I'm not denying means that I am also irritated with this question. So, as for me, I don't deny is about the sentence without any emotions, but I'm not denying is like I'm not denying taking the books. So it's something with emotions, negative emotions more often. Models are often used with performatives to make what we say more tentative or polite. We would advise you to arrive 2 hours before the flight leaves. I must beg you to keep this a secret. We use models, and this is quite common. Moreover, about models, what can I add here? That we use can with the verbs like see, hear, smell, sound, and so on. If we want to ask a person if he or she can or can't see something, hear something now, and if I want to ask them about now, right now, at the moment, I can't use present continuous, but I can use the modal verb can. So instead of asking, are you seeing this? I can say, can you see this? Can you hear me? Can you hear that? So I use can instead of present continuous with these verbs. Can you believe it? Next, the last exercise for today. Cross out any improbable answers. Cross out any improbable answers. Well, dear Aunt Mara, thanks for your message. I apologize, or I am apologizing. I apologize for something, for doing something. I apologize for not getting back to you sooner, but I've been incredibly busy. When I went into nursing, you warned me that it would be really hard work, but I admit, I can't use the I'm admitting, I admit that I didn't really believe you. Don't get me wrong. I don't suggest, or I'm not suggesting, they are both possible. That I'm not enjoying it. It's incredibly rewarding, but I now realize, or I'm now realizing, here the person wants to emphasize that this is happening now, so we can use both, and realize and now realizing how hard the job is. When I get home, I just eat, not very well, I am confessing, and go straight to bed. I am confessing because this is with negative emotions, and moreover, this is happening now. This is something I am complaining about now. It doesn't help that the bus journey to the hospital is so slow. I am considering buying a car. I I do think about it really carefully, which will make things easier, I hope. And what about you? How, uh, hmm? How do you find living in a village after so many years in the city? Are you finding is about now? But by the way, about find, we also use the verb phrasal verb look for when we want to talk about the progress of finding something in the present. I can ask, what are you looking for, instead of what are you finding, because find is not used in continuous, in the present continuous. How do you find living in a village after so many years in the city? I know, this is not correct. I know how difficult it is for you to travel such a long way, but it would be lovely if you could come and stay with me for a weekend. I've got plenty of room in my flat. I don't guarantee, or I'm not guarantee. They're both possible. I'm not guaranteeing to cook as well as you do. By the way, in this case, I would better use I don't guarantee to cook as well as you do, as for me it sounds better. But I promising impossible. I promise to find time to show you around this lovely old town. Hope to see you soon. Keep in touch. Love, Martina. Great. Thank you for being with me at this lesson, and I hope it was useful for you. Now please tell me in comments, is my explanation clear in English, or it is better to do that in Russian, because previously I used this channel only in the Russian language and I always translated everything, but today I didn't translate anything at all, so I want to know if it's clear or no. And if you want me to change this, if you want me to continue translationing and so on, just tell me about it. And also remember that silly questions are those you don't ask, so if you have any, please write them in the comments and I will answer. Now I can let you go. Goodbye. See you next time.